a cold start top, let me just remind everyone how to do triangle. So typically I'm like pushing and pulling and stepping on hip, shooting my legs up and then collapsing, grabbing the shin, creating my angle, and then I'm walking up, flexing my foot, pinching together, then clamping down, like that. So you could also shoot up, right, drag, touch your angle, and go. So the tips on bottom, right, and shooting up. So obviously the first thing that you should do is you cross your feet, right? We want to go like trap triangle, and we're going to bring our knees underneath our butt, frame on the hips, and then I want to posture up, right? That should be like your early one. So we're going to go over kind of like more late options when she has it locked up, but she has it locked up with no angle. So what I'm going to do from here is, it's hard for me to posture up when she has it locked up like this. So I'm going to make a fist right next to her neck, and then I'm going to go knee on belly. Because putting a fist on the ground stops her from changing the angle and cutting the angle going towards her knee. So I'm going to make a fist, I go knee on belly, and I start to turn her a little bit. I'm going to grab her hip with my left hand, the far side hip here, and then I can either pull it out like this, or if she doesn't go, I'm going to scroll like this, and then I remove my arm, and then it's a second. So she shoots up, she locks it up, so she didn't have her angle. Fist, knee on belly, usually you can pull this across here, and then you can flip out, and then go. If I keep my arm here, she's going to go for Omoplata. So I want to make sure that I'm keeping my pressure with Tiffany, and I can lift out my arm. So. Go, or if she ends up not opening, and then I remove this and then go. So making a fist on the ground, I'm going knee on belly to stop her from cutting her angle. So here, and you'll notice that it always starts to cut her angle when her legs open up, and then I can limp out and then end up in the reverse of the belt. Okay? Any questions? I would depart, please. 1, 2, 3. When you have the one we just did, the important thing is not the knee here, it's the knee on the hip. So doing the knee on the hip will help change the angle. Because what she wants is she wants her angle to be here. But when her angle is this way, it puts a lot of stress on her legs and it's harder for her to go. So the other thing is, let's say she locks it up, alright? And I'm hiding my arm. If I hide my arm, it's really hard for her to cut the angle, right? Because even if she starts to go, she wants to go to that direction, but she won't be able to. Yeah, it's going to be hard for her to. So how I'll show you this one is that when you're protecting your arm, it's great, right? Stops the arm bar, stops the triangle, but you're kind of stuck in this position. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically rotate to my right, and we're going to pop open her legs. So my right hip is going to go like this in the hip, my left hand is going to grab. I'm going to step up. Once I step up, I'm going to start driving my elbow to my hip, and then driving my shoulder to the ground, and now I'll open up to the lock. And so my left leg's up, my left, it's going to switch like this. From here, and then switch. And then I can start blocking her hip and just continue to control cycles. No, I'm here, protecting my arm. I don't want the arm bar, I don't want the triangle. 1, 2, step, rotate. This is one of the things where you have to commit to it and just rotate a little bit quickly. If you go slow, it won't open up the leg. She'll end up finishing, right? So from here, and then I turn, she'll end up just finishing right here. Yeah. So you have to go here, and then rotate so I can pop open the leg. That's it. The important thing is that the one that's protected, that's the one that's going to frame on the hip like a C-clamp here on the hip. This one's going to go right here to her thigh. And I have to pull everything open to help protect my neck. And I step, I start rotating and pass. Okay. Questions? Alright, 1, 2, 3. Omoplata. Right? The best setup she can do for omoplata is she go underneath, break my posture, hug my head, she'll start to snake out, bring her leg over the top, and then start to go for omoplata. So remember, when you finish omoplata, she has to sit up. Ideally from here, she's going to snake out to break my posture, and then she hugs my arm, and then she sits up. So, if she's on her back, I'm going to show the two options for when she's on her back before she starts sitting up. You just make sure that your right arm is staying really close to your body. If you have the gi, you can guide the belt. Now, we always show doing a forward roll. The problem is that if I do a roll over my right shoulder, I'm going to end up getting arm barred. And so it looks like this. So here, I roll over my right shoulder, the arm is right there. So, I need to roll over my left shoulder. So if I'm here, I'm going to look towards the hips and go over my left shoulder. That way I can come right up. Instead of having to roll, and then she finishes the arm bar, right? Because if her arms are her legs are really pinched, and I roll over my right shoulder, I'm just right there. And there's a whole sequence here. So I'm going to roll over my left shoulder. And it seems kind of counterintuitive because I'm rolling away. And I feel like I'm going to go on my head, but even if it's tight, I tuck, I look, and I come up to my knee. The second option for when they're on their back is to hop over. If I hop over by just stepping over her back, like this, it's not wrong, but if she brings her right shin on the inside of my, here, then she can start to take my back. So what I want you guys to do is, when you hop over, stay belly down and go with both legs. From here, stay belly down like this. You keep your hips low, then get head control, and then you can lift out your arm. So, right before she comes up, head goes down, I post, I step over. 1, 2, I get head control. If she keeps this tight and you can't pull it out, go knee on belly and then limp out. And then if you need your points, make sure your left foot is up. So again, the two options are rolling over your far side shoulder. Pose the arm and then coming up or hopping over. Head down, posting, 1, 2, and then coming in. And then if I can't pull this out, I go knee on belly, pull out my arm, and then I secure side control. Okay. Any questions? You still can, but you're going to go right foot, left foot, so then you can keep the arm away from your waist, and then you follow through with the left. Okay. All right, your partner, 1, 2, 3. So, Tiffany has omoplata, so she's sitting up. Whenever someone has you like this, it's always better to posture up and then you can limp out, right? But it's not always that easy. So she has my hip and she's really tight and I feel like she's going to start trying to trap this arm, right? So what I need to do is I'm going to roll her above me. This is kind of like our last ditch escape. So I step behind her back like this. My head goes down. My left hand is going to hug to the far side hip. Then I shoot my left leg under as I pull her above me. Here. I have two options from here. I use the momentum and then I remove my left arm and I come up for like a wrestle up. Or I swing my legs up, she faces me, and I'm in close guard. Right? So that would be like wrestle up if you want to just recover guard. Legs come up and you face your partner. So it depends if you're competing or not. If you're competing, come up. If you're not competing, it's okay to play guard. So head is posting, right? That's your first point of contact. I step behind her hip. I hug like this. Now I shoot my left leg underneath and I pull my elbow to my body like this. So pull. And then I can shoot my legs up and go. Sometimes when you're there, you might be able to catch Omoplata in your partner. Doesn't matter how big they are. It works on all sizes. So here, I can't posture, she's too heavy. Right? Post my head, I step. My outside hand is gonna hug her far side hip. And I shoot my legs under like this, and I'm pulling, using the momentum. And sometimes you can start shooting and going for your own omoplata from there, right? Okay. So this is our last ditch roll through. Okay, any questions? All right, 1, 2, 3.